Hi, welcome to my channel or welcome back. Thank you for being here. How are you guys doing? I'm doing okay. OGs will remember this. People who are new here, it's probably just better you click off. Like, you don't need to be here. Hi. I have something stuck in the back of my eye and I'm waiting for my husband to get home with an eye wash apparatus or something like that because it really fucking hurts. Like, it really fucking hurts. And yeah, I've already pulled out like two gunky pieces of hair. I don't know, there's something like shoved in my eye. And it really, really does not feel like hot, good, it is mysterious, but it's not like cool, cool beans. It's not, the look. It's not an iconic thing. It's not the moment. It's a piece of shit. Something is stuck in my eye. And it's like in the back behind my eye. It's weird. Like I want to claw my eyeball out of my head. But I'm not going to because I have to use it to see things, to see just things in general, to see wonderful and horrible things. I don't like all the bugs. There's lots of bugs during summer. Summer, shitty. Summer in South Texas, horrible. The worst thing ever. It's not fun. It's oppressive and it's very aggravating. I've been getting into arguments with city council members over budget spending, and it's not smart, guys. They are literally purposefully, maliciously ignorant, stupid people. And I mean, just because you have a college degree, just because that does not equate intelligence. That's going to shock some people. Some people are going to be like, "Oh, I went to college." Okay, Plankton. Okay, go make out with your AI girlfriend Karen. I don't care. Um, People will equate intelligence to accolades and rewards that are on the wall. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Um, it's interesting and it's fine. It's fine. Now, I have a large library filled with fairy tales and stories, myth, legends, all kinds of shit. Okay. Every single one of those stories generally starts out with somebody thinking they know more than they actually do. Okay, now here's what I think about that. And sorry, my friend's messaging me. I don't know if my phone's picking this up. It up. The messaging. That is. Um, yeah, my eyeball hurts really bad. And I've been like aggravating the shit out of it. I've been like opening it up and shoving like eye drops in it, but it's something is lodged in a place where I can't see it. Oh my god, there's something behind my eye and I can't see it. And so I have to use somebody else's peepers to see my peepers behind my peepers. It's in the area I can't find it. It's behind the eyeball. Um, but yeah, I've been going to the Magic Cauldron in Houston. I always want to call it the Black Cauldron, which I recently rewatched. And then I was like, dude, Sarah J. Maas, like, girl, all you do is literally write fanfic about stories that are already told, and you make millions of dollars, and all these white girls eat it up. And like, good on you, mate. Good on you, mate. But it's like bad form. Like, it's not good. I mean, like, it's giving like the story of Tamlin. She just jacked it right off. And there's all of these fairy stories and fairy tales that she just rewrote. And I understand, like, there is a type of, how do you say, there is a type of evolutionary consciousness that has to happen. So in order to keep the public informed about events of the past and stories that mold and shape along with our conscious reality that are actually important to the human psyche, we have to retell these stories in a modern form that is presentable and dilutable for public consumption. I get that. I completely get that. I understand that in every aspect and shape and form or whatever, right? At the same time, people are like, where is she coming up with this stuff? And I'm like, girl, oh my God, just open a book. She's literally like opening other people's books and she's like, how can I make this story about two people fucking? My hair. Oh my God, my hair is fucking pissing me off. Anyway, oh my God, dude, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I have to wash my hair. It's like pissing me off. Anyways, yeah, that's kind of crazy. It's kind of spooky. It's kind of spectacular. It's actually not. See how my hair is doing this thing where it makes me want to like go skydiving, Rocky Mountain climbing, 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. Like, do you understand? Do you get it? Dude, does it fucking clocking to you? Um, yeah, I think that's so funny. If we could just like steal every fairy tale and then rewrite it, like put a couple sex scenes in there, some tension, like go down the Jungian hero's journey into a story that already exists and make it like dilutable for modern consumption and target it towards women who are, I don't know, like idolizing fantasy realms in order to escape reality. We can make billions, possibly billions, and they do. And that's okay because that's their life and that's their glory moment in the golden hot sun. I don't know. I've had too many moments in the hot sun and I don't feel quite consciously ready to go back out anytime soon. Okay. Um I don't know, dude. Look, here's my thing. And here's my forehead. Okay. It's huge. All right, it's huge. Okay, my mom's Scottish. All right, listen, my dad, he's a mixture of like an old Spanish bloodline and also indigenous people from South America. Like, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, like this fucking forehead has seen some shit. Okay. I'm not trying to talk about it. Okay. Thank you. God damn, I'm so happy we cleared that up. And I want this thing out of my eye. There's something in my eye that I can't see. How fucked up is that? Like, can we just talk about how fucked up that is for just a second? There's something behind my eye, like right on the behind the curve, where I cannot see. I can't even. I can't see it. Cannot see it. This age of Aquarius is not the one we wanted, but it's definitely the one that we deserve. Oh my God. So, anyways, I've been getting into arguments with city council people. Don't recommend it. Don't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it. Come to the cemetery. You have fallen into my trap. Um, listen, I don't recommend it because all it's gonna do is get a target put on your back, and people in small towns, and big towns. Look, if you anger somebody off. If you anger somebody who is really stupid, they're gonna get more dumb. And when they're angry, they're not thinking with the last brain cell lodged into their backside. They're not thinking with that. Listen, the internet's on, and I'm out there on it. And now I have access to public servants, and they're not serving the public. Okay, and they're not even serving cunt. They're like serving. I don't want to admit what they're serving, but it's not a good thing, and it's not ladylike for me to mention it here. Um, They're just egomaniacs. It's fucking crazy. Trying to talk common sense into somebody corrupt. No, girl, I'm not gonna talk common sense to anybody corrupt anymore. I'm casting spells, okay? I'm carving a fucking potato of your likeness and I'm shoving it in the freezer. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's happening, okay? I'm not talking to you. Time for talkie walkie is over, okay? I'm fucking carving a turnip to look like you and wrapping it in baby poop. Okay? I don't know what to tell you. Um, okay, I have spent so much time crucifying myself over and over again just for people with like literally no common sense and no real life experience. and who are extraordinarily corrupt to try to tell me how to live my life. And it's like, if one, okay, the only fat, ugly bitch that can tell me how to live my life is me. Like, it's not you, woman on city council. Like, it's not you. And it is, you're not the moment, you're not an icon, you're not a legend, you're like, allegedly an idiot. So mad, guys. Listen, do not sell drugs to my husband. Listen, no. I just do not, don't do it. Okay. Hire one of your homegirls to write a beautiful letter and send it in to somebody. Get it fucking, get a bunch of signatures behind it. I don't know. Listen, I I've been talking to a lot of stupid people lately, and all it's been doing is rage baiting me. And so I think that I've been successfully rage baiting myself by entertaining idiots and pretending to be the fool. And it's like safer for people to laugh at me than it is for me to be like, hey, what you're doing is fucked up. Thanks. Thanks. What you're doing is kind of fucked up, and it's damaging the community that we have in ways that are not repairable. Are you trying to drive everybody off a cliff? If so, you're doing a fantastic job. I don't know if it's the heat or if it's what it is, this thing in my eye that I can't see. But it's acting up again. It's like, right. Dude, you don't understand. I've like washed my eye out so many times. I stuck my head in a bowl of water. I can't get it out. So I'm angry. It's hot. I'm on my period. I don't know if I mentioned that. I'm on my period. I've crucified myself too many times. I don't even think the wood could hold me up one more time if I went up on that cross again. Like, I just, I've lived a huge life, a really, really big one, really, really big, and I don't think that people truly understand each other, let alone themselves. And when somebody understands themselves and then they go and try to talk to people who do not understand themselves, what are you doing? Like, shut up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Yeah. It's tough, guys. It's tough. So, anyways, instead, I have vowed to not entertain the community here anymore because there's not really a community here. It's like a couple of cliques, a couple of cults, a couple of church, I don't know, church ladies all sister wifing or whatever, sister wifing all around. That's fine. But I guarantee you, if you did a DNA test on half the people that live down here, they have swapped so much spit with each other, it would all come back. You are the father. So mad. I got in a fight with somebody, and she told me to leave. Sorry. I got into an argument with somebody online, and she was like, if you don't like it here, because I was trying to push like social change, right? Like, hey, this is stupid, and telling people in charge of city budget, hey, you guys are fucking dumb. Apparently, that's not how you're supposed to do it. Like, forgive me, I'm not a learned scholar, but the people who are learned scholars are like standing up there, like human centipede style. And I'm like, I didn't know this was one of those kind of shows. I thought this was a meeting, a city council meeting. Like, what's going on? Oh my god, and there's still something in my eye. Okay. Okay, so I told somebody, I was like, this place is corrupt. It's disgusting. It's been like this since I was a kid. The police are corrupt. The politics are corrupt. It's just very, very corrupt, right? It's all very like everybody's like protecting everyone down here, and it's like that in a lot of small towns. It's like that in a lot of places. Okay, it is. Okay, I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. That's why I can acknowledge it. But then, whenever you publicly acknowledge it, It's a scary thing when you publicly acknowledge corruption and the this shit going on. When you go, hey, there's a pile of shit, and you shit it out, and they go, oh, how dare you point at that pile of shit? Why don't you pick it up? If you really want to do some social change, why don't you pick up my shit? What? So, anyways, I told someone that they were, you know, this place is corrupt. It's fucked up. Something needs to change. And this girl was like, you can leave. She told me that I could leave. Now, she posted a couple more things on a couple more posts. One of them was defending a police officer breaking the law. She was like, we all do it sometimes. And I was like, oh, this bitch is crazy. Like, she's either a bot or she's like a badge bunny, which is some girl who like rides dicks of police officers just because they are what they are, which is fine because everybody needs a bitch. Everybody needs a down bad bitch, right? And I get it. And she just so happened to be this county is like serving this county's finest, like one way or another. That's okay. Okay, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the way that she's living her life. That's totally fine. What I am saying is that I got into an argument with her, which is my fault because I should have never said anything. Whenever you say things, it creates ripples, and then they all start looking at you like Inception. You know what I mean? When you're like, we make unconscious people conscious of the things that they're doing, but they're all collectively doing it, even though it's wrong. They go, and then they like try to kill you for it or something, and it's like, because you told them. You know, it's like something about waking sleeping giants or something. I don't know. But anyway, so she told me to leave, and then I told her why. So the gene pool down here can get even smaller, so you guys can inbreed more and have bigger, better, brighter ideas like the one you have right now. And then I wasn't allowed to comment that because the word inbred was a flagged word in this group I was in, which means somebody has brought it to their attention before me. Somebody has used this word before me. I don't know, it's crazy. So I was like, so you guys know. You guys know, and you're actively participating in this. I'm not going to any longer. So I am hermit mode. Hermit mode, what's up? 2026. With other hermits. And so you're like, oh, what does that mean? What it means is there's something in my eye. What it means is that me and my homegirls are all being hermits together. This is a year we just hermited up. And then next year is the world travel fiasco thingy. Like, we're gonna go traveling next year. So this year it's save up money, try not to fight stupid white bitches on the internet. That's hard. That's a hard thing to do. That's really hard for me because, you know, I have like this autistic sense of justice. And there's something in my eye. I have this autistic sense of justice, and it's really difficult whenever you got somebody like me looking at facts and then being like, hey, here's the facts. How come we don't fix this? Here are literally 1 fact, 2 fact, 3 fact, 4. Somebody left open the door. Like, what's going on here? And then they're like, well, how dare you, first of all, pay attention? Shouldn't you be working? Shouldn't you be slaving over a hot stove or something? Like, why are you paying attention? How dare you pay attention? And how dare you bring attention to paying attention? Like, what the fuck are you, you piece of shit? And then I was like, what am I? Well, first of all, what a great question to ask. But furthermore, I think that there could be more insight if we ask ourselves that question. And I start talking about alchemical hermit philosophy on a podium. I kick the guy out of the way talking, and I'm like, you guys are gonna love the anyways. I start opening books to pages and I start showing them alchemical manuscripts. And I'm just like, Look at this. You look at it. You look at it. That's ugly, isn't it? That's ugly, isn't it? That's us. We're ugly. Accept your ugliness. But no, the truth is that I am such a big fucking idiot myself. I'm such a big dummy myself, and it hurts my feelings that the people who are supposed to be smart are way more dumber than I am, like so much stupid. And that hurts my feelings because, okay, well, I'm not in charge. We put people in charge who are supposed to be smart. And you're telling me you guys are fucking stupid? So they're stupid. I'm dumb. What's getting done? Not much. And then while I'm dumb and they're stupid, who's driving? Like, I'm not sitting here saying that I'm smart at all, but I am saying that I have two brain cells and they're not lodged in my ass. And sometimes I use them. And then other times I willfully ignore them in order to argue with people with one brain cell lodged in their ass. And so therefore and if you don't use it, you lose it. And my brain cell is like packing up its hobo bag, slinging it over its shoulder with its little stick and its little fucking bandana and going, see you, partner. And, and there's still something stuck in my eye. So what do we learn from this? Probably not much. I cannot wait to get whatever's in my eye out of it because it's really, really annoying and it just burns. And it's like, I have to like control myself to not pick at it all day long because it's very, very annoying. And I think that's a perfect metaphor for me getting off of social media. So I'm taking a break from social media, right? And I only have I have a Facebook and I don't add people on it. I don't know you. I'm not going to fucking add you. I add people from middle school and my family members that I haven't blocked and who are not dead. Like, that's not like, there has to be boundaries somewhere. And then I have an Instagram. I have two things, an Instagram and a Facebook. And I think maybe a TikTok I don't use. I just keep the name because I was like, oh, I got to keep my name across the internet kind of thing. Whenever I was more in the mentality that I had to be branded, I had to be branded, I have to have a brand or something. So I was like, oh, I have to like claim my name throughout the time and space of the internet so people know who I am and they don't get it mixed up and there's not like blah, 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 right? I don't care anymore. I hate the Western idea of capitalism and branding. And I don't like socialism either. I actually hate everything. I don't like dictatorships. I don't like socialism. I don't believe in communism. I don't believe in capitalism. Here's the isms I believe in. None. I don't believe in those. So here's what I believe in. Fairy tales. Okay. Fairy tales. Irish folk fairy tales, planets in transition, the trial. Let's see. I see the witch's garden? I don't have my glasses on. So it's a fucking bell jar over there. Jesus Christ, what the fuck am I reading? What else do I got? Yeah, Chiron, Book of Symbols, Children's Encyclopedia, The Astrology of Fate. Here's what I believe in. Stars, seasons, stuff like that. Here's what I don't believe in. People. People are liars. They're a bunch of fucking psychopath liars, weirdos. They're always doing stuff, hiding it, lying about it, and like then warping opinions and warping consciousness and like just a bunch of weirdos, man. And it's weird. So here's the thing. I'm trying to get off of social media, right? Because it's not good for me to constantly interact with people who are constantly triggering me all day long and putting me in a state of fight or flight. Because, like I said, I'm dumb. They're stupid. Who's driving the car? Okay. Who's driving the fucking car? And like, so what? We're all gonna like. I have to figure out how to drive because you guys are the DDs. You're the designated drivers, and you're dumber than dumb. So I've been backing off of social media this year, and like I don't go on Instagram anymore. It's like very rare. I don't go on Facebook really rare anymore unless something very serious is going on and I have to figure out what it is because but it's so draining. Everything is constant ads. I'm sure soon somebody is going to find a way to beam ads directly into our brain other than just our phone. It's going to be like, are you on the toilet? You want some toilet paper? You gotta watch a 5-second ad. You gotta watch a 30-second ad. It's weird. I don't like it. It's freaky. Shit. Anyways, so I've been playing Fable 2. That's what I've been doing. I've been getting off of social media and I've been playing Fable 2. And I have something stuck in my eye. And my hair is, it's a mullet. It's a mullet. It's growing out. It's a mullet. It's longer in the back, party in the back. No, party up front, business in the back. That's kind of like what it is, okay? Is it good? No. Is it what I wanted? No, but it's just it's like a haircut I always end up having. I didn't cut my hair other than my bangs. Then I became conscious of the mullet happening, and there's something in my eye. And it's so annoying. Like, that's what I keep thinking. And there it is. It's in there. I can't get to it. I can't see it. I don't know what it is. And it's just super jarring and super aggravating. It's so hot. It's insane, dude. It's insane, and people are insane. And people, it's so sad because what is the free will? Where is the free will? If we're constantly being targeted and stalked and data raped and data harvested and tracked and told what to think and told how to feel and told what to do and told when to mate and told who can mate and told when to eat and told how to eat, like, if we're told everything, where's the fucking free will? Where is the choice? Where's truly the choice? Like, there is no choice. It's aggravating. The choice is to stop. You get to stop. That's the choice. Stop or consume or be consumed. That's not really like a good choice. Blah. That's not very good. So, all this being said, I'm actually doing pretty good. Like, all this being said, I'm actually really proud of myself for getting off of social media. I'm really proud of myself for standing up and speaking my truth to a bunch of fucking idiots. Was that stupid? Yeah. But I've already publicly admitted I'm not very smart. Okay? And when you're not very smart and you're going up against somebody who thinks they're smart, but they're stupid as hell, shooting fish in a barrel. I'm just kidding. No, it's like punching down. And I'm like, whoa, this is fucking weird. Because it's like, what are you talking about? What are you fucking talking about? What are you doing? What are you talking about? And they're like, how the fuck did this girl get conscious? Grab her. And I'm like, through the esoteric wisdom I've gained is through all of the infinite amount of like pain I've witnessed through this fucking life in this meat suit. I'm here to tell you, you guys are assholes. You're fucking mean assholes. Can you get this thing out of my eye? No, but seriously, I've been doing good. I've been standing up for what I believe in. I'm very proud of myself for that. Even when my voice shakes, and even whenever it's like in the face of police officers, or like I had this whole interaction with some police officers recently, and it was very scary. It was a very, very scary. I'm not going to go too much into it, but it was a very scary interaction. And I was being accused of something I didn't do. And then I had to speak my truth and police officers found out that this lady was lying, right? And so then the police officers apologized to me. And then I made the woman apologize to me as well. For what? First of all, people do not need to be unchecked. Like, if somebody is doing something like abusing their civilian rights and then oppressing other civilians by making false police reports, I think it's really important that you clock somebody. Anyways, I've had to like deal with a lot of like big girl stuff recently. And that has been such a really weird experience because when you are trying to defend yourself against corruption and everybody around you is corrupt, it's you against the wall swinging whatever you can, your voice, your whatever you can. Like, and it is so upsetting to be in that state of mind, to feel hunted, to feel lesser than other people. It's really, really important to stand your ground and to do the right thing. So let me kind of explain the situation. What happened? There was a misunderstanding, and a woman called the police on me, right? And the police came and like harassed me, and they're like, "What are you doing? What do you think you're doing?" And I explained what happened, and they were like, "Oh my god, well let me go inside and talk to the lady who called us." And the lady who called the police made a false police report, like a false statement. She literally called the police and lied, which is against the law. So then the cops came back to me and they were like, "Hey, there's no footage of you doing anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong, and we are so sorry on behalf of the police officers where we live or whatever. We are so sorry. You can do whatever you're free to go. I am so sorry. I'm really fucking sorry." Like, it became the point where the cops were like, "Please do not fucking bring this up to my superiors. Holy fucking shit, this is really fucking embarrassing." And so instead, I went inside the establishment that ended up calling the police on me, and I was like, "Hey." I got really loud, and I was like, and I never do this because it's super cringe and embarrassing, but it was something that I had to do. I had to stand up for myself because, anyway, so I was like, "Hey, who called the police on me?" And then they went and got the person, and I was like, "You need to apologize right now to my fucking face and look me in the eyes. Because in what world do you think it's okay to do this, to abuse that?" And like, what you just did to me was, first of all, you took my time. It was traumatizing. I had to defend myself. Fucking, I'm on the spectrum. This is really, really hard for me to do. And so, anyways, I made them apologize. That's what happened. And essentially, that's what happened. And but the whole time I was scared, because whenever somebody accuses you of something you didn't do, it's very frightening. It's very frightening, and yeah, it's just weird. And then also, this is where I live. The police officers from whenever I was a kid, they always harassed me. They always try to pick me up or sexually assault me, all kinds of shit like that, right? And it wasn't just me; it was all the girls down here, and even boys. Before body cameras were a thing, a lot of the cops down here were corrupt, and they would try to pick up women and say, "Oh, you're being a prostitute, and I'm going to take you to jail unless you do something for me." And there was a time when I was younger, and I had to literally scream at them and tell them that I was a minor, I was underage, and just because I'm wearing shorts and walking into the street during a Texas summer does not mean I'm a prostitute. And I screamed at them, and then it got to the point where they were like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," kind of thing. But that was like a casual thing that they did and got away with. So growing up, being harassed like that, and then having to be an adult and like relive some of these like very, very scary interactions in these moments, but stand in your truth and your righteousness, and like literally like what you did when someone's lying on you to the point where they are involving people like the law or whatever. It's really important that you stand up and do the right thing. Okay. And what was so difficult about the situation is, yeah, number one, I am on the spectrum, and I do have like a lot of issues that I deal with mentally daily. And then from the past, the PTSD I have from interacting with police officers since when I was a kid, it's really, really hard. It's really, really hard to not feel so small and out of control when the entire world feels corrupt, especially now, which is also a reason I've been offline, is because like with everything that's come out about everything that has shaped my entire reality since I was a child, the media, the clothing, the brands, all of it being controlled by these dark Saturn like Plutonian energies that are devouring innocence and corrupting more souls. It's really, really difficult for me to come on here and be funny. It's really, really difficult for me to come on here and be anything other than extremely serious about the state of our collective consciousness, about how AI is a whore child of billionaires raping and molesting us for years, and them needing to control the narrative on evidence coming out against them. The reason that we have this age of Aquarius, Plutonian, Aquarian energy happening, it's not what they thought it was going to be like in the 60s. it is unfortunately the whore child, the bastard child of billionaires and us, the people lesser than them. And it is the bastard child of all of their misdeeds against humanity. And that is why we have this huge technological boom, because it's easier for them to warp the narrative than it is for them to admit fault in any way. And it really sucks. And it really, really sucks because it's not the age of Aquarius people in the 60s and 70s and whatever thought it was going to be, what the astrologers dreamed of, the potential that it could be. Instead, it is what it is now. And with all the AI slop and all the bullshit going on and all of the invasive tagging and tracking of human beings, it's only going to make their access to the public and deleting any of us like more easier. And it's really, really sad and very, very scary. But there's also going to be the polarization and then the evolution, the rise and fall of the things that are and are not. And it just takes time. And it's really difficult for somebody like me to have lived through and survived the things that I have, see these things happening to a lot of people. And it's reopening wounds for me, as well as there's something in my eye. It's very difficult. So I know this. I used to be very funny and lighthearted, but I think that ever since the 24, ever since 2024, I feel like I've just been so much more serious and upset, and like I've lost, well, not just respect, but I've lost the rose tinted goggles of the pleasurable creation of illusion. It's hard for me to even be creative because what the fuck, you know? So, anyways, day by day, by staying off the internet and trying to not consume so much bullshit, I have been regaining the structure in my spinal column. And every day that I speak my truth and do what I feel is right is a day that is successful. Unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, there's just so much terror and horrificness happening. It's out of control. Anyways, so what can I recommend to people struggling right now? Looking into the stories and myths of the past, because into the older written versions of it, because it's less diluted. And I think that you should start with the older stories first and then work your way back to modern takes on it. Because once you have a good base foundation for the stories that our ancestors consumed, the better you can understand the modern day adversities. Adversaries that are trying to consume us today. So, yeah, I don't know. Good luck. Have fun. And remember, it's supposed to be fun. Life is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be play. Play helps mammalian brains grow and expand, and depression makes them shrink. So, do your best every day to do one thing that makes you happy. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. I'm so sorry. This was a fucking drag, and there's still something in my eye. Yeah, goodbye.